send that fuego, yeah. Stay with that sauce like Alfredo, yeah. Blessings, they come when he say so. Hold up, hot to my haters, I'm made.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Rick Sincere, MTMV Sports. I'm geeked to be joined by the entire team today. If you're watching this, man, it's the first time we've kind of had a chance to kick this off. But man, we are just lit up. The whole fam is in the building today. Look, I'm gonna go around. Y'all introduce yourselves, give the people a chance to know who you are and what you get down with. Let's start with Conrad. Go for it.
Yo, this is Connie Westside on the best side. You already know.
Bet. Austin, let me hear from you.
Hey, what's going on? This is Miles Austin, man, the NBA analyst here at MTMV Sports. What's up?
So smooth with it. All right, Damo, what's good with it?
Yo, this is Damo, your WWE correspondent, putting the smack down on all y'all.
Talk to me. Voice, what's good, bro?
What's good, everybody? It's your man, the Voice Fights correspondent for MTMV Sports.
The quiet storm.
JT, what's good?
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy JT in the building, man. You know, with Campus Connect with my boy Conrad over here. So check us out.
Facts. And Venora, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm Venora Lewis, also known as Norna Tish, and I'm the host of the V Report.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. We're gonna kick off with this new news, man. Something that just popped up. It popped up on Twitter. I didn't even see it. Miles had to let me know what happened. It's just happened. Fresh. Jalen Ramsey, disgruntled cornerback from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been forcing his way out of Jacksonville, out of that Duval County situation for like the last 3 weeks. Back injuries, rando stuff happening, right? He had a kid. I mean, the kid is legit, but everything else, I don't know. He forced his way out, and he is going to the Rams. Yo, pardon my pun, what's the ramifications of Jalen Ramsey moving on to the Rams? They shipped off a few people today, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, what is going on with Jalen Ramsey going to the Rams? How did this change what's happening in the NFL for you? Talk to me.
We got. Well, look, first thing I'm going to say, I'm looking at the Rams as a team that needed the help. You're looking at a team that's coming off a few losses, definitely coming after what they did last season. They need the help on the defensive end, but also you got a running back in Todd Gurley that's hurt right now. That's not on the field. You also got Todd Gurley, who's not really getting the ball as much as he should in that offense that Sean McVay has going. And talk about a person who can get rattled. Jared Goff putting up 78 yards in total offense in the last game, the last loss they took. So Jalen Ramsey is a great pickup, but they're gonna need a lot more than just a all pro cornerback.
Man, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm scared, and
Why?
and I don't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. You look at a guy like Jalen Ramsey. Okay, cool. When they had Marcus Peters for the Rams, you keep a Marcus Peters. I know that they lose Aqib Talib, right? You have a Marcus Peters there. I know my number one guy. Y'all know I love the Saints, right? So I look at the Saints. I see my number one guy. He goes up against Marcus Peters. That's lunch all day, and he gonna eat, and it's gonna be straight. Now you get rid of a Marcus Peters, and now we got Michael Thomas going one-on-one with Jalen Ramsey. That's a problem now. You feel me? So they don't even need to keep the lead. If they get him back, that's great. But you have Jalen Ramsey as your number one corner. If he's on his game, and somebody talked about this earlier, JT, he was like, yo, it depends on what Jalen Ramsey you get. But if you get the number one cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, it's going to be trouble. Now, yes, they haven't been connecting on offense, but bro, I mean, you talking about that defense, Aaron Donald. Now you looking at Jalen Ramsey, right? You can't run a pass. What's gonna happen with that? I'm scared. I mean, as a Saints fan, I'm worried.
Bro.
Huh?
It's that stick, bro. And I mean, it's that stick. And when you look at a team like that, man, they already have all the pieces to go back to the Super Bowl, but they just didn't perform earlier in the year. But now that you add a Jalen Ramsey, you get something that Marcus Peters wasn't. You get a dog. See, Marcus Peters, he was a ball hawk. He tried to go for the ball. No, you get a dog with Jalen Ramsey. Hashtag Florida State DBU. All right, I digress.
But here's my question though: which Jalen Ramsey are you going to get? The Rams gave up 2 first-round draft picks for this guy. 2. Is he worth?
You're going to get the dog, bro.
How can you say that right now, based off what we've seen the first so far in the season? Can you really say that he's gonna go out there and just ball out?
Look, I'm gonna say this: Jalen Ramsey, when he's feeling good and he's not feeling disrespected, because that's what's been going on. He's been feeling disrespected by his team. He hasn't been feeling like he's giving it his all for the team. And you haven't seen his all. You see Jalen giving his all, bro. That's a problem.
You're right, but at the same time, you got to think about it. He said that he's tired of losing.
Yeah.
So he's going to a team who kind of sort of still trying to figure out. Yes, the Rams made the Super Bowl, but like Miles said, Gurley's hurt. Jared Goff, I don't know what's going on with him, but will it be suffice? Will Jalen Ramsey come in, do what he got to do, and then when they get a team to lead back, will those 2 corners be able to hold it down as a 1-2 punch?
Man, look, I'm gonna say this: for their biggest competition, right? For their biggest competition, they still have Roby as their slot guy, right? But for their biggest competition, it's really just one receiver who's gonna give them a big problem, and they have the right matchup for it now. And so I feel like they do have enough to get over the hump.
So let me ask you this question. So you say it's one receiver that's gonna give them a problem. I'm a Patriots fan. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm a Patriots fan.
Venor gave us the time. All right. Thank you. All right, cool. So, we wrap that up how we wrap it up. We think Ramsey to the Rams could be somewhat of an issue for the rest of the NFL. We'll see how it all plays out. It really depends on which Ramsey they get. Now, let's hop into this next conversation. The fall of the Dallas Cowboys. Somebody moved to their bathroom. But the fall of the Dallas Cowboys is what we're about to get into, right? Dak and the Cowboys started off this year 3-0, the hottest team in football. Everybody was talking about them. Since that point, since they went up against the Who Dat Nation, it's been downhill from there. Cooper's hurt. Elliott's not doing his best. The O-line hasn't been great, and everybody is calling for the firing of their head coach. Fellas, talk to me. Do we see the Cowboys rising back up? Or is this it, and they're really never going to see the top of the NFC again?
The Cowboys.
Can I kick this one off, please?
Hold on. What'd you say, Bernard?
The Cowboys were never on top.
Facts.
You can't face 3 mediocre teams and think you're going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Come on, Bernard.
Preach.
There.
Speak on it, sister.
So for
first off, one of those mediocre teams.
You
the
Dolphins,
Dolphins,
which is my team, which I love, is mediocre. So that was a mediocre team. You lost to the Saints because that's actually a good team. Now, losing to the Jets, I don't know what that's about, but I don't see a rise of a team that was never good.
Never good?
Spicy.
You have Dak, you have Zeke, you have Amari Cooper and everybody, but they can get to the playoffs. Where can they go from there? They went to the playoffs 1 year. I haven't seen them back since.
I'm sorry. I can't outright say. I wish Kels was here. I can't outright say they were never good. When that O-line is complete, they're nice. When Elliott's doing his thing, they're nice. When Cooper's not hurt, they're nice. And Gallup, he could be nice.
What does that mean, though? Consistently, they've been good. They've had an O-line. They've had Zeke. They've had Dak. But the best of this is what the Dallas Cowboys do every year.
They just got Cooper last year.
They're like the LA Lakers of football.
Oh, chill out, bro. Why? I don't understand. This is a Cowboys conversation. We're gonna keep it there. I'm gonna stay professional.
Lakers like that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna stay professional here. This is what consistently what the Cowboys do every single year. They get you 8-8, 10-6, 11-5, and flame out in the first game of the playoffs. We know this. This is not surprising.
To the first game of the playoffs for the most part. They
I give you that
once a decade.
Like why Jason Garrett still has a job. Jason Garrett still has a job is surprising to everybody. No, we don't understand it. And they're talking about if they lose this game. What is it, Philly on Sunday?
Yeah.
They're talking about possibly looking up to go other ways. So at the end of the day, this is the same story. At least I'm not surprised. We saw them beat less than mediocre teams, the teams that they beat total to be 0-9 when they got to 3-0. Like, so let's be serious here.
But
They haven't been impressive for a while.
So what is the reason for this fall?
The O-line.
I don't think it's a fall.
Is it a fall? It is a fall.
I think it's being exposed.
I think they've been this.
It's not a fall when you've been inept for a generation. It's not a fall. This is just what happens.
Talk about it.
So y'all calling the Cowboys from the jump? They were fake.
I just love the fact that voice doesn't take his mic off. That's great.
From the jump, they were the Cowboys. And that's all that really needs to be said. The Cowboys for a generation they'll pull together these teams.
Can't believe
they can pay this money because of the fact that they have these deluded fans who just keep giving money. And every time they win one game, woo! How about them Cowboys? You won a game. And again, they've just been inept. That has been the culture ever since they stopped winning back in '96. It's just been a culture of ineptitude. And what do you expect?
Voice, I'm glad you're already talking spicy. It's your time to talk to us about what's going on with the fight world, or what's going on in the fight world. What's happening, bro, overall? We need to know what's going on with boxing, MMA. Talk to us about the hottest stuff that's happening in the fight world.
Man, well, this past week, it was a smorgasbord of fights, just a cornucopia of fights. You had all four major organizations going, PFL, Bellator, UFC, and One Championship making their US debut on TNT with a live broadcast. Nice. Great fights all the way around. UFC Tampa might go down in the history of one of the greatest cards that's ever happened. But the big news that's really taking place is that two major heavyweights, one from boxing, one from MMA, have both joined forces with the WWE and will be competing at Crown Jewel on October 31st.
Yes.
My man Tyson Fury, who said he's not even paying attention to Wilder, he's concerned about this matchup at Crown Jewel, and Cain Velasquez bringing a bit of reality into fantasy land, facing off against Brock Lesnar, who he beat in a UFC match many moons ago.
Man, Damo, we got our WWE correspondent here. Damo, bro, how do you feel about this Braun Strowman Tyson Fury situation? Who wins that battle if they go to war for real?
Tyson Fury is about to get those hands. That's the only way I can see it. I mean, granted, he's one of few people who can physically look the man eye to eye when he stands in front of him. But Braun Strowman, I mean, they may be about the same height, but Braun Strowman is definitely bigger and stronger, bulk-wise. So,
have you seen Tyson Fury in the ring?
I've seen Tyson Fury, and I've seen Tyson Fury next to Braun Strowman. It's a big difference.
Man, stop it.
It's a big
voice. What voice that? I need the voice to read.
Come on. So I have a question.
This is fake.
Are they going to be boxing each other, or are they going to be like wrestling?
Like I said, when you look at them height-wise, they're about the same. But when you look at the physical stature of both men, Braun Strowman's are bigger, stronger. The dude's 385 and like almost all muscle.
Yeah, and Andre the Giant was 400 pounds, and what's her name? Bald-headed man's name, Hulk Hogan, body slammed him, knowing he can't do that. This is fake wrestling. I'm sorry. This is sports entertainment, so it's scripted. It has nothing to do with a person's size or stature or anything. It has everything to do with whatever they have scripted out and put in. Hold on, Floyd was in WWE too, and I think he knocked out Big Show. You know that's not happening. with Floyd's brittle hands. Come on, Damo.
Nah, man.
And our first official come on, Damo.
This is gonna be way different than that. This is gonna be way. Floyd is what? 5'8".
Right, and he knocked out the Big Show. All he would
like
do
5'8".
is annoy him in
they,
real life.
They use that as an opportunity to make Floyd look strong. Is the term they use? They made Floyd look strong in that instant.
I love it.
He's 5'8". Big Show 7.
It.
Do both of these guys are about 6'8", 6'9"? Nah, he's gonna get dealt with.
Yo, so look, we just talked about 5'5". So we talked about what's going on with the WWE. The WWE has their hands in a few different pots, and Vince McMahon has been moving not only on the wrestling front but also on the football front. Venora, the draft is actually happening today. Talk to us about what's going on in the XFL. I heard the draft started this morning at like 10 o'clock. 70. Yep. I think they're supposed to add 70 people to rosters. It's supposed to be crazy. Talk to me about the XFL and what's going on today.
So this morning, Rick just said that the draft took place at 10 o'clock. They started with actually everyone picked a quarterback. It was done a little bit differently than the NFL. So everyone had to pick a quarterback first. Then they actually started the draft. Some names such as
So we started out.
There's 8. So there's 8 teams. So they started out with picking quarterbacks. So I don't know if you guys know Carl Jones from Ohio State. He was the first pick from the DC Defenders.
Yeah, and that boy's bad.
Yes. So that was a big pickup for them.
Yeah, the cannon.
And then they drafted Rashad Davis from James Madison University, and he was the number 1 pick at the XFL. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, it was how they split up their draft. It starts with you just pick a quarterback the first round, not really the first round before the rounds begin. Then you start skill positions, which would be running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. And then you go to offensive line. That's like a whole different set of the draft. So the draft was about 7 hours, I believe, this morning. And so you go from the skills positions, the offensive line, then the front 7. So, and that's per team. So it was pretty much a very long process. And there's still more tomorrow.
And I'm going to talk about a few names on this list that really stand out to me, just real quick. And this is, there's some names here, man. Cardell Jones is definitely one of them. Quarterback from Ohio State. He's an absolute beast. Tyree Jackson, he was actually supposed to be the backup guy in Buffalo with the Buffalo Bills. Actually, there was a lot of hype about him coming out, and he's somebody who I can see. Orson Charles, tight end from Georgia, is another name that people should pay attention to. That guy's gonna be a beast. Just around Scooby Wright, linebacker Arizona, Sam Montgomery, defensive end LSU. These are all names who made a name for themselves in college, and so I'm looking forward to see what they'll do. Connor Cook, quarterback from Michigan State. That dude was a problem at Michigan State. I'm looking forward to see what he does here. Man, that's just a lot of guys here, man. Davis Tall, defensive tackle from Chattanooga. He actually was picked up by the New Orleans Saints at some point. He was on their practice squad. A guy who, he can make something happen. There's just a ton of guys here, man. I'm looking at overall, and what I'm seeing is they're gonna have that same type of feeling. Ooh, I just saw a name I like. All right, now that don't pause. Anyway, so yeah, Tommy Lee Lewis. Tommy Lee Lewis. Look, I don't know if y'all remember this. If you're a Rams fan, you know who Tommy Lee Lewis is because he's the guy who y'all knocked out, so y'all can go to the Super Bowl on that bad call. Tommy Lee Lewis is a wide receiver who played for the Saints. He spent some time on another team this offseason. He is a guy who is definitely going to be a playmaker. He's playing for the Dallas Renegades. He's going to be somebody who I'm looking forward to. And I don't know if y'all remember Cameron Artis-Payne. If you're a fantasy football player, you know who that guy is. He's playing for the Dallas Renegades as well. So, how is he? Yeah, and Kakaha. That's another guy.
That's cousin. I didn't even know that.
So I would say, man. I would say this: a name that I'm interested in seeing I'm not a Georgia fan, but he's from the hometown. Trent Thompson. I see he was taking number 1 in the front 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's going to do because he should have stayed in college another year and then went to the draft. But that's not my responsibility or his. But that's an interesting pickup. Who else? It's a lot of good players on this.
Christian Michelle, bro. He's running back for the St. Louis Battlehawks. That dude was he's supposed to be nice. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be nice, man. They got some names. I see them coming in hot, bro.
I'm excited.
I see Landry Jones on there too.
Yeah. And a guy who I'm interested in. Oh, they got my guy. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Dang, I get so excited. Rashad Ross. They call him Rocket Ross. Now, he was the man playing in Arizona, right? He played for Arizona in the AAF. Y'all remember we covered the AAF, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the Hot Shots, and he was a beast with them. Now he's moving on to the Los Angeles Wildcats, and I am looking forward to seeing him again. He's hooking up with former quarterback for the Birmingham Iron, Luis Perez, from Texas A&M Commerce. Those two should be a really good matchup. Oh, and they got my guy. Man, Los Angeles might be my team. They have Martez Carter, running back from Grambling State. And I don't know if y'all know him. They call him Mr. Excitement, bro. And I am excited to see him ball. All right. Ooh, all right. I'm sorry, y'all. I got it.
I just want to make sure that we take notice of your bandwagon ways in the last statement you just made. So it's good.
I mentioned people from Birmingham. I mentioned people from Arizona.
You mentioned good people, and then you said this might be my team.
Rick be driving
I
the
appreciate
bandwagon.
it. Thank you. Yeah,
whatever, fam. All right, y'all. Now we got to really hop in to what I think is gonna be probably the one where we either fight or we all become really good friends. So we're gonna talk about the top 5 in NFL as we speak right now. Who are the top 5 teams in NFL? We're gonna start off with ladies first. We're gonna start off with Venora's list. Venora has the Patriots number 1, Chiefs number 2, Saints 3, Ravens 4, and 49ers 5. Venora, explain yourself.
I am actually shocked with the 49ers how they've been playing because they've been really bad for the past few years. But this new 49ers team has got my attention. So that's why I put them as number 5. The Ravens, they have Lamar Jackson, who I love, and their defense is just unstoppable. I love their defense. I love how they operate. I love how the team operates as a whole. So I put them as number 4. The Saints, without Drew Brees, has been still keeping up with their tempo, keeping the tempo up. And that means when Drew Brees comes back, they will only get better. They won't get worse. So
for sure,
they're definitely to me. I see them going to the NFC Championship. I see the Saints as a possible Super Bowl contender. Now, my Chiefs, I love the Chiefs. I love Patrick Mahomes, so that's number 2 automatically for me. The Chiefs, I'm concerned with their defense because it's just so bad. But the offense is just so good that it. Okay.
What? I think they made top 5 off potential.
And then, of course, number 1, the New England Patriots, because you still have Tom Brady, and Tom Brady is just amazing out there at 42, 43.
I don't dispute you on that.
Just still playing at top-notch speed. So I just see the Patriots. I can see a Patriots Saints Super Bowl.
Yes.
All right, I just want to make a statement real quick, sir.
Please make a statement.
Okay. First off, never send an AKA to do Adelph's job.
Excuse you. Excuse you?
Yeah.
What?
That part.
Words, brother.
We are
about you by yourself. Hey, you by yourself, man.
Yeah, you by yourself on that one.
Don't stump him out.
Outside,
no team first.
Crimson and cream, baby.
No, what's first?
Don't stump him out. We're just meeting.
Huh?
She might lay you out and give you a mirror, bro. You better stop playing.
I said, look at yourself.
No, but for real though.
Even professional.
I have a beef.
It's so bad.
I have a beef.
State it.
Come on, let's
bro. Bro, so tell me, like, why the Ravens? You said the Ravens have an unstoppable defense.
They have a great defense and they have a great team
Are
core. So they
Are
are.
they supposed to be on this list?
I don't understand.
Why wouldn't you put them in yours?
Are they supposed to be on this list? Huh?
Where you see them?
Now
The
look, I'm gonna
Ravens
say
are in
this:
their
are you
division,
disputing
and
the
they are
Ravens
top
being
of
on the
their
list?
division for a reason.
Yes, I'm disputing the Ravens being on the list. Are you serious?
I think
Bruh.
All right,
all
bring it. Why?
Are you serious?
Bro, first off, how you let you put a team that let Cleveland win against them, and then not only that, like Lamar Jackson had one good game, and that was against my Dolphins, who are just all kinds of trash. So
First of all,
we
can't
we can't really judge greatness
That's
against
an
trash.
automatic
You know
win.
what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. But that's an automatic win. We're not talking about automatic win. We're talking about tough games as well. Don't get it twisted.
All right, so the voice put up his list as well. I see your list and it's kind of confusing. You have Denver Broncos, Orange Crush, No Fly Zone, and then Broncos Country. Those 5 teams wouldn't be on.
I got on orange and blue right now. Orange
on
shirt,
anybody's
blue
list.
in my Blues hat. It's all about the Broncos until the season is over. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Let me
So
ask you
what do
2
you
questions that matter.
No
Why and
objectivity
how?
whatsoever.
Um,
No
how
objectivity.
That
no
see,
objectivity at all? Last
you
in
know
their
what?
division. What are we talking
Hold
about
on,
there?
everyone. Hold on, everyone. The question was directed to me, and I have a answer that's really going to help everyone. See, Rick, it's called being a loyal fan, something
Oh
that you
my
don't know anything
gosh.
about because you
Rick
keep
don't know
bouncing
nothing
from
about it.
team to team and
Okay.
location to
what is you
location.
talking about, boy?
I'm with you. I'm with you so far.
So
My man, what do you mean?
that's why it's all about the Broncos.
What
I
are
don't
you
care about
talking about?
anybody else. It's all about the Broncos.
What are you
Voice,
talking about?
are you saying I should have the Redskins on my list?
If you're a
No,
true
we shouldn't have
fan,
this list
yes.
If
either.
I'm a true fan, I should
We
have the
If you're
must
a true
move
Redskins.
on.
Okay,
fan,
We
yes.
must
Are you
move on.
Oh
see?
no.
But we want true fans of the NFL, not just
Real
NFL
fans.
teams.
Like
We must move
realistic.
on.
We need
Realistic fans.
objectivity, brother.
We must move on. All right. So, Miles, number 5, Patriots. Number 4, yours truly. The number 3, the Packers. Number 2, Seahawks. And number 1, showing your fandom, the 49ers. Explain yourself.
It's nothing to do with fandom at this point, man. You're looking at a team who arguably has the best defense in the league. This team is legit. And did I expect the 49ers to start the way they did going undefeated? I did not, but they are absolutely doing absolute work against the teams that they've gone up against. The Seahawks, I just have a lot of trust in Russell Wilson. I think he's top 3 for the MVP race right now. I think Christian McCaffrey makes a real good case because I think without him, that team is nothing in Carolina. The Packers, man, I think at number 3, you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to do what he's going to do. Probably the most gifted quarterback we've seen, not the most accomplished as Tom Brady, but most if you put the ball in his hands, he's going to make something happen. So I trust that team. The defense is a lot better. You got a new coach. And I think they're working together, man. The Saints, I got to give it to the Saints right now, man. With Teddy Bridgewater behind center, I wasn't sure if not having Drew Brees out there was going to be a big disappointment, man. But they've gone undefeated under Teddy. I think that goes a lot to Sean Payton as well and his coaching style and what they're doing with Teddy, not making the playbook crazy, but kind of simplifying it and making it easy to go out there and get wins. And as the Patriots, man, I only put
Don't
them
move
up
on
here.
too fast.
I'm only putting the Patriots up there because they are undefeated. I have not believed that they have faced a team besides the Buffalo Bills that have challenged them or that are a challenge to anybody else in the NFL. So I'm still under the assumption that they need to. I wouldn't say prove anything because to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So they still are that. But I mean, if we're really talking about it, who have they really faced besides a good defense in Buffalo, which a game they probably should have lost if you don't get a tip ball on the last drive. So, but I have them up there. They have the GOAT behind center, and they're undefeated. So I got to give respect where respect is due. So
Love it. Okay. I see you. All right. Oh, we're at time. I'm gonna I'm gonna just name the next few lists, and we'll get them later. We have JT, number 5, Chiefs, number 4, 49ers, number 3, Texans, number 2, Seahawks, and the Patriots. JT, just real quick, why are your Patriots number 1 for you?
Because with the defending champs,
it's nothing to do. What?
We're the defending champs.
Oh.
We have 6 rings.
What does that have to do with right now?
Oh, you said we, huh?
Yes, we.
Then we must move on. Go ahead, JT.
Hey, listen. I want us to play you guys in the Super Bowl. I want the Saints because that's the only team we have yet to face. I want to see a Drew Brees and Tom Brady matchup in the Super Bowl.
You could have saw last year.
We could have.
Okay.
That's what I want to see. I want to see that matchup simply because he's the greatest.
I don't think they make it.
Who?
Hot take, spicy talk. Patriots don't make the Super Bowl.
Oh wow, we in there.
I don't think they make. I don't think they make the. I don't think they make the conference game.
Wow.
Wow. All right, y'all. So look, we gotta hit on to the next thing.
We'll talk later.
We got Conrad. Conrad has Chiefs at 5, Seahawks at 4, Saints at 3, 49ers at 2, Patriots at 1 as well, and then Damo, Chiefs at 5, Ravens at 4, Seahawks at 3, 49ers at 2, Patriots at 1. Just a real quick question all around. Nobody has the Bills in that top 5 at all, and they've been putting in work. What's up?
What are they 4-2 now?
Well, let me explain.
Yeah.
So Conrad, why no Bills? No love for the Bills?
Well, because no one has trust in Josh Allen. Let's just be simple. Let's keep it simple, man. Although their defense, I
trust him.
I don't, and I don't think anybody that has sense on this panel trusts them at all.
I'm just saying.
But real quick, I like to say, y'all check out Spicy Talk, man. New show that we're coming up with, man. I want the spiciest of spices. If you feel like you got some spice in your system, come check us out. But anyway, but no, I don't think the Bills are a contender at all, dude.
Now look, I was talking spicy to you on Friday of last week, and I told you, I was like, Famo, I told you said South Carolina won't score.
Ooh.
You said they wouldn't score a point against Georgia. I bet you 10 push-ups on command.
Oh man,
that they would score at least 14. Just
back up and do it, Conrad.
And I haven't even asked for my one, but before we leave, I'm gonna need at least one from you, and I'll call you 9 other times to get my other ones. But no,
but I want before we move on with this. I definitely got to see why the Seahawks, a team that's 5-1 with Russell Wilson behind center, didn't make 3 out of the 5 lists. It doesn't make any sense to me.
These are facts.
But they put the Chiefs on there.
All right. So look, the one list we didn't hear from is Damo. We'll come back and talk a little bit to Damo in a second. We got to get to this top 5 and overall in college. Talking to the Campus Connect guys, bro. This is the as it currently stands. This is how it is. Number 5, Oklahoma, looking from the outside in at the top 4 teams. So maybe they can make it. With Jalen Hurts, we'll see. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 3, Clemson. Number 2, LSU. And number 1, Alabama. Campus Connect guys, everybody, just real quick. How we feel about this top 5?
Hey, JT,
it's legit. Yeah. It's legit. So the matchup that I'm ready to see is I think it's November 26th. I think when LSU and Alabama play. That's going to determine everything. Clemson gonna get in. If Ohio State run the table, they're in. I don't know about Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts is he's balling out there, but I don't know if he's going to be able to carry it the whole season. Because Oklahoma always has a one. What's up?
JT. Yo, look who's knocking at the door, bro. Look who's knocking at the door. Wisconsin is at 6. They're knocking at the door, bro. They're banging. They're like, look, we're almost in the top 5. Dude, you have to respect us. They're banging at the door. And I don't see anybody in the Big Ten other than Ohio State giving them a run for their money. And even then, I don't see Ohio State slowing down that run game. Now, keep in mind, I did have my hot take with South Carolina, and yes, I owe 10 push-ups. But at the same time, I know college football and I know football. When you have a massive running game, a top-notch offensive line, it's going to be hard not to keep the guys out of this doggone playoff talk. So yes, look who's sitting at the door, Wisconsin. Now keep in mind, we love the big boys at the big boys at the four on 4 spots. We are anticipating this LSU Alabama game, and we're just waiting for Clemson to Clemson up. We know, but Wisconsin's my sleeper.
Clemson.
I'm going to say this, and not because I'm a Florida Gator fan, but if we run the table and if we win the SEC, do you think we get into the playoffs?
No.
Yes, and here's why. Real quick. Here's why. Y'all get into the playoffs if y'all run the tables, because y'all can easily beat the Georgia, and you already know either Bama or LSU is going to lose that one of the games. And Auburn's nowhere in sight right now. Auburn's nowhere in sight. You don't see Auburn coming in, creeping in, doing anything. So yes, y'all have an opportunity, but that's only if the playoff committee considers y'all.
These are facts. Yo, thank y'all so much, man. Our very first episode. This has been dope, man. This is like family talk, man. This is just crazy. MTMV. We're going all the way in with this, yo. I want to hear from everybody, so I gotta get. Thank you for the Snapchat. All right. Oh, here we go. I mean, it's gonna be spicy talk all over, but I gotta hear from my guy. I gotta hear from Damo. Damo, just real quick, bro. You had Chiefs at 5, Ravens at 4, Seahawks at 3, 49ers at 2, Patriots at 1. Bro, you mentioned earlier that the Ravens should be in the top 5. Tell me why should they be here?
For what? This guy. I feel like the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens have stepped up the game a little bit this year. I feel like they're a really solid team. I don't think they're like an elite level team yet, but I do think that they deserve to be in the talks. Though I think they're good enough to make some noise. I think they're probably.
They're not elite, but they're top 5
this year. Yeah, for right now.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
For right now,
out of the first 6 weeks, yeah.
They're not elite, but they should be in the top 5. That's your statement.
I didn't say they're an elite team, but they are making some noise right now. That's what I said. We're talking 6 weeks in, bro. 6 weeks.
So they shouldn't be top 5. Cool. Okay, I get it. I'll read between your lines.
In 6 more weeks, they could be trash. You never know. We're talking about right now, first 6 weeks.
Still love you.
This list can change every week.
Yeah, I mean, and then the first, I put the Chiefs at 5 because even though the Chiefs are really good, I feel like the Chiefs are taking a little bit of slide the last few weeks. So,
look,
I love it based on what I've seen in the NFL right now.
You're
the
thoroughly
Patriots
confusing.
the Patriots are still the Patriots. Like nothing's changing with them. And I mean, I pretty much see them going to the Super Bowl again this year.
Oh my
I would say this.
JT, sit back, bro. JT, sit back. You can lean back. You good?
So I would say this right now. Our first matchup, our real matchup and real test is gonna come November the 3rd. That's when we play Baltimore. This is gonna be our
Y'all played a good team in Buffalo.
Baltimore out here testing people.
Huh?
Why y'all think Baltimore out here testing people?
Baltimore is a
No.
Venora led the argument and Davo jumped in. I don't understand why Baltimore.
Hey, Venora also just called time, guys, and we gotta respect it. Hey, y'all. So look, thank you so much for joining us today. This is our first edition, man. The first edition of this kind of talk, bro. You will hear us on a week-to-week basis, just giving our opinions, our whole family meeting up here and spilling how we feel about what's going on in the world of sports. Thank you so much for joining us. We are signing out. Peace.
All right, where the push-ups at, bro?
On top, boy, they know I got that fuego, 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 came up from that bando, ay, put in work like Rambo, ay, tell them goons a little, you know I got that fuego, I got that sauce de fuego, yeah. Stay with that sauce like Alfredo, yeah. Blessings, they come when he say so. Hold up, hot to my haters, I may know, yeah. I put my homies on payroll, yeah. Placed at the top like a Kanko, I throw the deuce up to silence my enemies. Right through that potato.